into application software, you have pre-written, customized, general purpose, and special purpose. Okay. Now system software. Yes, ma. It acts as an interface between the user and the computer. And yes, obviously, it is the what do you say, operating system, which acts as the interface between the user and the hardware. Operating itself is the system software. Yes or no? Now you should come to know. ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम जब भी बोल रहे हैं और फिर बोल रहे हैं कि हार्डवेयर सॉफ्टवेयर है तो ही प्रोग्राम चलता है, जब ये सब बोल रहे हैं, then it is understood that when operating system is acting as an interface between the hardware and the user, तो ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम यहाँ पे क्या है? It is the system software. Yes or no? So a point to be understood, the common logic. So it makes the operation of the computer system. So what is happening? All the things like user, hardware, and software are going on exactly hand in hand to make the system function. Yes or no? So all the processing activities are controlled and making sure that the resources and the power of the computer are utilized in a most efficient manner, and all the instructions are converted into the machine understandable form when the given by the user, and vice versa, like again into the user understandable form whenever it is given by the user. So it keeps track of all the utilization of the CPU utilization, like the throughput time, the number of processes. Yes or no? And even the memory management, and the computer manufacturers usually provide the system software. So the various types of computers require different types of software programs, which are nothing but the operating system, utility software, and language translators. Yes, girls, I want to say one thing. I don't want to discuss operating system because it is boring now. Like, you know what is operating system? Most of you who have listened for the past few classes. Yes. So it is like, one important thing is, it is most important software which runs on a computer, and it is considered as the backbone of the computer, which manages both the hardware and the software of the computer system. And yes, it allows the user to communicate with the computer without knowing how to speak to the computer's language. And we know what are the operating systems at this point of time, no need to discuss. Yes, coming next is the utility software. Yes, utility software could be categorized into both things, ma. Like it could be a application software, or it could be the system software. Like it comes with both. Okay, like it could be it is like, you could say it as an adaptable software. It is a set of programs provided to ensure the proper functioning of the computer. Utility software comes with both the application software and with the system software. Yes, there are several types of utility programs which are commonly used, if you could say backup files, or some sort of security, protecting from virus, and recovering the information accidentally lost, and yes, utility software. You could see, you could take an example of a calculator. Yes or no? If you see in some sort of mobile phones, utilities बोल के रहता है, उसमें calculator, calendar भी रहता है. Yes or no? So that you call it as utility software, which could be particular application. जैसा कि अपन बोल रहे कि it is about the calendar, or it is about your calculator, then it is only meant for that particular application only. Then it could be categorized as application software, like your notepad or wordpad calculator. And when it is coming to virus, removing the virus, then you are loading something, you are downloading something. Yes, that is what you call it as antivirus software. Okay, which is related to the system. So utility software could be it could be in various, like it could be in varieties, like both with the application software and the system software. Yes. The next is the language translators. Yes, language translators are used to translate the information what are the types of software which we are discussing in today's class. Though it looks to be very easy, but it fetches you one long answer question mark, seriously. Okay, be very particular. So language translators, yes, what is mean by translator? Like one which converts from one language or one form to another form, you call it as the translators. Yes or no? Which is used to convert or make understand between the communication parties. Yes or no? That person or the thing, you call it as the translator. which is used to translate or convert the instructions written in one type of language into another type. So as we have discussed this also many number of times, when coming to Java, we call it as an interpreter, like interpreter bolte hai wahan pe, like bytecode generate hota hai, then that is interpreter. Then when coming to low level languages at prior, you call them as assemblers, and when coming to languages like C and C++, you call them as compilers. Okay, now we'll discuss in detail what is one after the other. And we know like the computer understands only in zeros and ones, but when you are writing in C program like printf or scanf, which are by making use of some input or output statements, and C++ like cout or cin, and in Java like system.out.println, can you make all this in zeros and ones, ma? Is it possible for the programmer to write a program, all these programs in zeros and ones, just by doing binary code divisions, like taking each alphabet and converting it into binary code? Okay, it is not possible. So what is happening? We know English as a programmer, or we know some other language where we could program, where we could give the instructions to the computer, where the computer has to do our the job which has been assigned, and that job is done by making use of the softwares which come along with the built-in translators, the so-called translators. I hope I am clear. The user gives the instructions in any of the high-level languages today, and what is happening, it is taken by the system, where there will be software which is responsible for that, and that software will be built in with the translators, and that translators could be compilers, assemblers, or interpreters. Okay, so you could see now there are three types of translators. What are they? Compiler, interpreter, and assembler. So compiler translates. Yes, now you have to listen only few points here. What is happening? A compiler translates the program written in high level language into a machine level language. मैडम सभी एक ही काम करते हैं ना, तो सब सुनते हैं, लेकिन रेस्पॉन्स तो थोड़े लोगों से आता है. Similarly here also what is happening, when coming to the compiler, पूरा एक साथ लेता है all the source code. See girls, now another one important point, whatever the program we are giving, you call it as the source code, and what the computer gives us, you call it as the object code. Okay, I repeat, what the instructions are given, any sort of application or program or the source, they are one and the same, which are given by the user or the programmer or the developer or the designer about the software. Then when coming to what the system gives back to us in the form of output or information or any sort of thing, then you call it as the object code. ठीक है, ये दो याद रख लो. और क्या होता है कंपाइलर में, पूरा इंस्ट्रक्शंस एक साथ compile hota hai. Like after we give the program, after we type the program, all the instructions are executed, are taken once, then that you call it as the compiler. So the compiler is that it translates all the whole program at once. That is about your compilers. Yes, so if you could see here, the picture is very clear. High level language, which you call it as the source program, and the compiler, then the output, which you call it as the object program, which is like machine level language program. Okay, this is by the user, this is by the system. When given by the user, you call it as the source code, and when given by the what do you say, system, you call it as the object code. Am I clear, girls?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Are you all following?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what is interpreter? They are same like compilers, which are used to convert high level languages into machine level languages, but and obviously from machine to human understandable form. But what happens is here, like the compilers translate the whole program, whereas the interpreters interpret or translate line by line. That is what you call it as interpreters. So where the compiler translates the whole programming in a single step, interpreter translates the program line by line while the program is running. Dekho ma, this is what you call compiling. Bole to static process hai. Again I am saying ma, when it is coming to compiling, बोले तो static process है, पूरा होने के बाद लेता है. Whereas coming to interpreters, what is happening here? Yes, ma. What is happening? While running only, the program is
Translating line by line.
translated, interpreted, line by line. तो running process जो भी होता है, what did I say? Opposite of static is dynamic. Yes or no? Rapidly, fastly, quickly, like while in running process. The car is static, the vehicle is static, means motionless hai. It does not have any movement in general, in English meaning. But when coming to computer terminology, static refers to compile time. बोले तो before the program execution, जैसा कि अपन we give before to the processor to execute or to run, that is what you call it as static. And while running, you call it as dynamic. ये ना, you will be coming across these terms in C and C++ very occasionally. So be very careful about this. And yes, here also the same, like the source program, it is the output. Again, you will be getting converted into machine level language program. Okay, so I hope you're all understanding the same. But what is happening, line by line hota hai, compiler mein pura ek sath hota hai, and interpreter at the while running only, each and every command will be interpreted, like it will be the source code is converted to object code. So if you could see the differences. Yes, I'll put this like in this manner, which is very easy for you to see. Is it okay now?
Yes, ma'am.
You could just see that interpreter is a kind of language translator which translates the program written in high level language into machine, and while the program is running. In case of interpreter, once an error is encountered, it is notified and no further code is scanned. So a compiler generates an error report after the translation of the entire code. Yes. So C and C++ are compiled languages. Visual Basic is an interpreted language. Memory requirement will be more, and visual like memory requirement is less. Program needed to be compiled every time a higher level program is converted to a lower level program. So these are the things between like compiler and interpreter. Okay, so if you see what is assembler, it is a type of language translator or language processor which converts like assembly language or the like internally it goes with the instructions, assembly language instructions into machine level and vice versa. Just a moment, ma. Fruits, flowers and vegetables. Yeah, so coming back, so like assembly language, like even it is a sort of language like ASM bolte, which is you call it as short form of assembly language, ASM, prior where it is converted to machine language and then vice versa. And yes, it takes the source program of assembly language and converts into object program or binary program, which could be directly understood by the machine. Okay, so this is about your translators, compilers and interpreters.
Ma'am,
Sorry,
why there is a
compilers.
need of assembler? Because we are having already compiler and interpreter, no?
Assembly languages, they are like low level programming languages, ma. Like now, as it is high level, before we used to give instructions in the form of something. Okay, not the general English. Okay, before these translators are there. Okay, then that was like the mode of instructions was given in some other things. Like if you could see,
Binary digits.
yes, binary digits or some sort of which it's very difficult level of programming, or what you could say is it's a assembly language. Okay, what you said, like in the sort of numerical forms. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
see, giving like 00013 so and so, 00033 so and so. Okay, and C004 something giving. Okay, assembly language. Wait 1 second. Yeah, now can you understand anything? If I show one pic, tell me, can you understand like the level of programming? Oh my god. Yeah. Can you see, ma? Assembly language?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
See, can you understand? Like this is what like prior to your like the low level programming language. Okay.
Outdated now, ma'am.
Yeah, obviously, ma. Assemblers, nowhere you could find it now. Who
So
will
why
do
we
such
need to
programming?
learn this?
Hmm?
Why we have to learn this now, ma'am? If we are not using.
We are not learning that. We need to know what is assembler. That's all. We are not learning such type of programming languages. We are now learning only high level programming languages like C, C++, .NET, Java. Yes, and scripting languages like JavaScript and like Python. Yes, we are into like and database like Oracle, SQL. Yes, not we are not into assemblers now. Yes, done,
Okay,
ma. Yeah. So yes, yeah, no issues. Then coming to application software, yes, we know what is application software. Do we know or not? Only doing
yes.
for that thing, like if you like if your organization is about to type some documents, maintain some documents, then you go for word, yes or no? तो उसका काम वही होता है. If some sort of calculations, then you are doing in the excel, or if some sort of accounting things, then there is a tally. Like accounts पूरा उसमें journal से कर सकते हैं. You cannot calculate the averages and the totals of students in tally, and you cannot do like only minimal functions will be there in excel. All the accounting things you could not be carried in excel spreadsheet. So they are designed only for that purpose. Then you call it as application software, which is designed to satisfy a particular need of a particular environment, and they solve the problems of one particular field. Application software is used in one application field only. We cannot use application softwares in different, like as we go on. Okay, so like I have discussed these examples even before also. Like if you take electricity bill, which gives us every month, and the what do you say, the software where you find in general shopping malls, yes or no? Like the price tags and everything, they go accordingly with their particular software only. Like they cannot do, if you go to DMart and ask them to calculate and search, you want to search your results of the OU, will it be possible with that system? No, it is not at all, because they are designed only to, they are meant only for that particular purpose. Okay, so the main features are application software is designed by analyzing the environment and the need of the use. We cannot use application software for some other purposes except the permitted one, and we cannot interchange the use of two application softwares with each other. And we have like yes, easy to use and manipulate. And yes, one important thing we know, ab bolte hai na software programmer, like the person. So if you could see what is there, the person who who like whatever they are, like application programs or what, whoever is developing this sort of software, you call those persons as the application developer or the software programmer or the designer, or the persons who develop the code for that particular application to run. Then you call them as uh, developers, software developers, or you call them as software programmers or the designers or the coders. Yes or no? So these are different names given to that particular people who develop the programs, or who develop the programs. In fact, who develop a number of programs, we know they constitute together a software. So obviously you call them as the software developer or the programmer. Okay, next one is like see, You have different types of application softwares. What are they? Pre-written application software, customized, general purpose, and special purpose. Okay. Now, see, I want to go with these four terms. Pre-written browser, which is already existing. As I said, see, now you are maintaining, like suppose a person X is maintaining an organization where he has to maintain all the employee details and like different departments, the number of hours being worked, the wage being paid, etc. A pura details, is it possible to store in Word? To some extent by making use of tables. But what about calculations? It is not possible. So what would be the best option? It is Microsoft's spreadsheet. So spreadsheet, is it necessary, or the Excel, is it necessary for that organization to develop the new one? No, not needed. It is already existing software, application software. So that organization could make use of that particular application software, the so-called Excel. ठीक है ना मा? So this is what pre-written application softwares are designed for common needs of various business organizations or applications. And yes, the cost of these softwares, they depend upon the functionality which is provided by the software, area of the use, and expected number of users. And these softwares will be suitable for an individual or a group of individuals, and they provide help in controlling the general activities of the organization. That is what you call it as pre-written application software. Okay. The next one is customized application software. Yes. Anything, ma. See, customization, as a girl or as a woman, we know what is customization in general terms of English. Can anyone be quick with that answer? Customization. जो अपने मर्जी के रहते हैं ना, then you call it as customization. Yes or no? Some designs will be, you go to the boutique and you say, I need to customize. Means according to your choice, you want the things to happen. That is the user choice. What you call it as the customization. So coming here to customization, customized application software is designed for specific application or specific environment, and the cost of such software depends upon the extent of work automated through the software. Yes, as I said, like, see, what do you mean now? Though it is application software, as we have discussed, when coming to the malls or when coming to small retail shops, yes or no? Like depending on the, not only like you could see some of the where you find a sort of in and outs in the petrol filling stations, yes or no? They have the barcodes, even they have the groceries where they will be having their own sort of bill generations, yes or no? And maintaining some records about the inventory. So according to your choice, when the software or the user choice or the person who is using or the environment where the software has to be used, when it is about the choice, then you call it as the customization or customized application software. Okay. The next one is general purpose application software. Yes, the general purpose, the best examples could be Word, Excel, Notepad, WordPad. Yes or no? These are all application softwares which are used generally. That then you call it as the general purpose application software. It is a type of application software that can be used for a variety of tasks, which is not restricted, okay, to any one sort of environment or function. Then you call it as the general purpose. And the last one is special purpose. When it is designed only for doing only that particular task, it is restricted to only one specific task, then you call it as the special purpose application software, which is used to create only one specific task. Like, see, if something like application software, if you go for a solitaire or if you go for a chess game or some sort of things, paint by number, ye sab hai na, even education also, like you have paint by number, you could only do that particular paint, or you could only play chess with that particular application, or you could only, with the help of the camera, you can only click pictures or record the video. Can you do other things? Can you place the call by making use of the camera? No. Yes or no? So then you call, they are implemented or they are subjected to do only one task. At that time, you call it as the special purpose application software. So girls, today's class is very important. What is software? What are the types of software and what is the need of software? And simultaneously, what are the different types of translators? Okay. With this, I end the session, ma. And I'll be glad if you respond me very quickly in giving the attendance, please.
Okay, ma'am.
And before that, yes, let me ask you, do you have any doubts, all the girls who have attended from the beginning? Do you have any doubts? Please
No,
make
No,
it
ma'am.
fast.
no, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
All of
No,
you.
ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes.
can you again explain the customized application software?
Customization means according to the choice of the user or the person who wants the software to develop according to his or her needs. Not only the billing ma, abhi dekho ab kya ho raha hai, you'll get online shopping mein there are number of things. Not only Amazon or people now are doing things from home due to this pandemic. If you could see, abhi आपके कोई तो भी घर में they will be admitted into one of such groups like jewelry में, नहीं तो some sort of thing. So what is happening? Obviously they'll be getting the pics and they'll be circulating, yes or no, only for that particular purpose only, if it is working. बोले तो कैसा बोलना हमको, customization. See, there is one for example, I'll come to technical terms also. There is one nice dress, but something is there which you want accordingly, where you want to enhance it according to your choice. That is what you call it as customization. So it is designed for, like, if you come to customized application software, uh, it is only according to the user choice. Like, I want to only there are n number of things to be taken, but I only take which is relevant to me for the organization. Then you call it as customization according to the user or the person or the programmer's choice. Then it goes through customized application software. Okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, still any doubts, ma?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, notes.
I'll send it, ma. As let us wait, we may hear of the good news coming back to the college. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, it was reopening from today. Now, what happened then?
No, who said from today, ma? Like, see, any, and yeah, this one also I want to say, any thing like related to the college or academics, you'll surely be informed in your groups, ma. Don't worry and don't keep on posting hai nahi hai, because it is the hierarchy from the management till as it is from already from OU. There will be some from the decisions to be taken by the management, which will be circulated. Obviously, the next moment will be in your groups, whatever the news. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
And don't post for college reopening all the time. Don't waste your time. Okay, ma?
Ma'am, I didn't do.
Yeah, ma? Okay. Afsha Kaiser is joining now. I don't know why. Yes. Yes, Malakpet girls, please raise your hands, ma. I'll wind up the session. As I said, tomorrow we'll continue, and please, not only your textbook, if the girls who are not having textbook could browse through some other source, whatever today's class, which is very important. Okay. And very easy also, I hope today there are no doubts for you. And if you have any also, please, by the time I take the attendance, you could ask me. Only 13 girls from Malakpet. Still anyone, ma? Please raise your hands.
More for
Malakpet
girls,
girls.
ma'am.
Yeah, Afsha Kaiser, what made you join at 9:37, ma? Huh? Just to make yourself present. Afsha Kaiser, I need response. What is the reason of joining at 9:35? I am about to wind up the session. So it's not only that the college is opening, even you have to get accustomed to all these things. Yes or no? Waking up early, getting ready to the college. Yes. We all know that the college will be reopened soon. So you should also be prepared for all these things. Yes or no?
Yes.
Where is this Afsha? She's not responding. What is the issue? Don't happen next time. Don't let it happen. Okay. So, okay, girls, I'll wind up the session. If you have no doubts, thank you all for being there. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you
ma'am.
all.
Thank
Ma.
you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, ma.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, girls. Mariam, I'll make you the host. How are you, Mariam? Is your health okay now?
Yes, ma'am. Alhamdulillah, fine.
Okay, I'll make you the host, and I'm leaving the session. You please, girls, don't waste your time. Either revise the topics or get engaged to some work. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, bye, ma.
Bye, ma'am.